Hello, hello. It is Tuesday, somewhere in the middle of March, and I gotta click this button before we get started. And I hope this finds you all well. I hope the video and audio quality are good. I've got to, I know, upgrade my equipment if I'm gonna keep doing this, but this is where we begin. And today I want to know really why you started your business. If you're an entrepreneur, then um, there must be something that's really driving you. Now, you've probably heard it said before that entrepreneurs are the only people who will work 40 hours just to avoid, or they'll work 80 hours just to avoid working 40, right? And if you do have your own business, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So, um, for me, it wasn't necessarily a conscious decision. It just, something happened when I was a kid, and I'm going to tell you about that. I think had a subconscious impact on me that made me always want to work for myself. And I was about 16 years old, and I was sitting on my couch in my living room. I remember feeling sick to my stomach. I felt the blood rush to my head, and I thought I was going to pass out. And it wasn't that I had the flu, but this hit me as I was watching my dad on his knees in front of the television. And we were in the living room. He had his head in his hands, and it was one of the only times I ever remember seeing him cry. And basically, he had just found out that his good job with Eastern Airlines, in which he was going to be retiring early, that job just went away. The company basically imploded and was gone. And um, yeah, he found it really hard to find another line of work, or he couldn't find another airline to work with because thousands of Eastern Airline employees flooded the job market, and it was pretty much a sad time. So I did not realize until later that this had made some kind of subconscious impact on me that made me want to work for myself, really, and not trust my livelihood to a company. So I took the business classes in college, and I really fell in love with the idea of really sales and marketing and entrepreneurship. But what I did not realize was that it was going to be the hardest path that I could ever go down. And it was also going to teach me a lot of things about myself. And you know what I'm talking about if you're a business owner or an entrepreneur. But I fell into um, a trap of looking for customers one at a time when I was doing freelance sales. And um, I really wanted to help people. So it was always really inspired, an inspired line of work. So I had to always figure out how to make it work without a safety net, without a paid vacation. But I really didn't have a business. I had a job, and that's what self-employment often is. It's more of a job rather than a business if you don't have any leverage with your time and your money. But that's not what the dream is. The dream is financial freedom and freedom of time to spend with your family and friends, and freedom of money to be able to contribute and to give, to have more than you need for yourself so that it overflows and you can give to anybody you want. So Um, this is really top of mind right now. I was talking to a real business owner, and he's out in Seattle, I believe, and he owns a plumbing company. Um, Actually, sorry, I got two business owners mixed up. I was talking to a business owner in Pennsylvania who owns a mold remediation company, and he did not he did not see the value in advertising. And the reason for that was because he had worked with a company before that really didn't know what they were doing with Google pay-per-click ads. And he told me he spent $10,000 and only got one lead. And that is a really bad experience. And I had to kind of explain to him what really happened there is has two parts. One, he got the wrong company to help him. That's pretty clear. But on the other hand, as a business owner, he was willing to take a risk, which was good, but he didn't have the management skill that he needed in order to manage what that company was doing. There's no reason in the world that anybody should go that far off track. If a company spends $1,000 of your money in advertising and you don't see anything in return, you have a problem. And that, it's time to iterate or shift or find out what is going to happen to improve the situation. There is no reason it should go $10,000 down the road before you realize you made a mistake. Now, the other business owner I was talking about a moment ago owns a plumbing company, and he was an experienced and seasoned entrepreneur. He had started and had a lot of success in business, and his company is spending $5,000 a month on search engine optimization. And we were able to take a quick look at at his website and notice that there is not $5,000 worth of work being done on that website. So this is where it's really important to have the management skills. Now, this business owner, he knew that something was wrong and that they weren't really seeing the the work being done. And in terms of search engine optimization, the return is not immediate; it's a longer term. So he knew that he needed to make a shift, and that's exactly what he did to do something different. He didn't continue paying $5,000 a month for a year and then have a really sad story about failed a failed project. And then like our guy in Pennsylvania with the mold company, he came away unfortunately with the idea that ads don't work and advertising is a mistake. Well, that's not the mistake. It's literally the same thing as stepping up to the plate in a ball game and taking a swing, but instead of your bat hitting the ball hits you and you get hurt really bad. Now, you can do one of two things. You could either get back up and take another swing, or you could never play baseball again. And unfortunately, that's the takeaway that he ended up with, was that he would not get up to bat again. And hopefully it just is going to take him a little bit of time to recover from a big loss, and then he will find the right company to help him actually run ads and grow his business. So I believe that the dream is alive. Entrepreneurship is not for everybody, but if you're an entrepreneur, whether it's right for you or not. And going after that dream in which Jim Rohn says to build a financial wall around your family that nothing can get through. That's admirable. To be able to have the time freedom and the lifestyle that you want, that is what you're working for. And that's why I'm here looking to support you in that endeavor. So, with that, I'm going to let you go on this Tuesday. Have an awesome time out there. Remember why you started. And I will be here tomorrow to, give you some kind of words of wisdom, something that you can take in your business to help you grow. And with that, I hope you have an awesome time, and we'll talk to you.